All right, really fast. A friend of ours is getting a divorce, Anthony. And I don't know. You know, I don't know. I've hung with the couple many times, and when I think you sent this to me, right?
Yeah.
I was just amazed, absolutely amazed.
You didn't see it coming?
Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, there's got to be a really good story there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, during our hiatus, I went out to L.A. a lot, and I've been to Barry Williams' his house 3 times.
Yep.
Had the barbecue and smoking the cigars, drinking the martinis. And
invited you to watch the sunrise, sunset. Which one was it?
Well, that was a really quick. I was going to say funny, and I stopped myself. But I was like doing some inline skating down on the beach there. You know, you could go all the way to Venice Beach and Santa Monica Pier, right along the water on your skates. It's very festive, Anthony.
Yes, I've seen it in the movies.
People are biking and running, and you could, you know, throw in some skates and just skate along all afternoon long. And I get a phone call from Barry. Hey, you know, I hear you're in L.A. or whatever. I left him a message, and he's like, yeah, I want you to come up to the top of Beverly Hills. Like, he's way up top. Mm-hmm. Overlooking all of you know, Los Angeles and all that. He's like, yeah, come up around 5 and we'll have a cigar and we'll drink some martinis and we'll watch the sun go down.
Ooh.
And I'm like, let me call Anthony, because I always call Anthony when I'm in these weird situations.
That's what Robert Reed used to say on the Brady Bunch set. Let's watch the sun go down, Greg.
So I'm like, instead of saying, yeah, I'll be there, I'm like, I got to make a phone call.
so he called me up.
So I call him, like, from Venice Beach. I'm just kind of hanging, you know, people watching and stuff. I go, Anthony, here's the deal. Barry Williams, who's been on our show many times in New York, you know, he always said, when you're out to L.A., give me a call and we'll hang. And a lot of our, quote, you can't call them celebrity friends, but a lot of celebrities that have been on our show, they always say that. But then you're in L.A. and you make a few phone calls, and you can't get anyone on the phone.
No, they don't want to see you.
No, not at all. You know, they're using you for some promotion, and that's the reality of it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But Barry, no, he was different. He's like, oh my God, yeah, you're here, cool. And he, you know, what I just told you, he wanted to do. So I call up Anthony. I'm like, Anthony, all right, drive up to the top of Beverly Hills Mountain or whatever it's called. Have cigars, steak dinner, martinis, and Anthony's like, wow, that sounds great. Sounds great.
I'm like, do you like him? I was all excited. Is he cute?
So watch the end of Survivor.
Yeah. All right. So then I finally gave you the last piece. I'm like, and he also said, like, make sure you get up there at like 5 so we can watch the sunset. No, I'm listening, Ben. Don't worry.
He's not in the
background, huh?
That's a little odd.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I go, that's a little odd. Like, he wants to... Any of these things separate aren't really that bad, but you put them all together, and all of a sudden you're on a date with Greg Brady.
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking, is like, all of a sudden we're sipping a martini and smoking a cigar, and the sun's going down, and all of a sudden, like, he makes a move. And I have to tell Barry Williams that I'm not gay. Barry, maybe this is a bad time to tell you, because I just ate your food and drank your booze and smoked your cigars, but... I'm not gay.
He goes, you will be when the roofie hits you.
And then I can imagine I have to, you know, tell him no, and then all of a sudden the sad Brady Bunch music, like, kicks in or something. Like, right?
Yeah. But Greg, I'm not gay.
Okay, anyway, so, yeah, and then the sad Brady Bunch music would come on when I say,
Greg, I'm not gay. Oh, gee.
So then I called him back.
Yeah.
Because I think you were like, well, try to, you know, feel him out
a
little
bit.
We're
actually having a discussion as to whether he should or shouldn't go with Greg Brady, because it might or might not be a date.
Yeah, but you know, it's freaking Greg Brady. We all grew up watching the Brady Bunch.
Bunch?
Opportunity to go to his actual pad, you know.
There you go. You gotta.
So I called back, and, you know, it ends up, you know, well, my wife will be doing this, and my agents will be there, and this. So I was like, oh, okay, dodge that bullet. All right, I'll be there at 5 to watch the sunset. Everybody. Yeah, right.
All right, I'll go over to Greg's house. Everything seems fine and dandy now.
Now that I think about it, yeah, music was following him the whole time I was at his mansion.
Here he comes. Coming into the room with our wine.
One of the most surreal moments, though, you know, you pull up to his place and you ring the, you know, he has the gate around his house, and and all of a sudden you ring the buzzer and you hear Barry's voice, like, who's there or whatever, and I'm like, hey, it's Opie, and he's all happy, you know, and then all of a sudden the front door opens, and then you're thinking to yourself, is that like Greg Brady coming to let me into his house? It's like the strangest feeling ever.
Hey, here he comes. Yeah. Just a minute, I'll be right there.
Yeah, all happy.
Dude, running down those stairs. Does the inside of his house look like the Brady Bunch house? That would disappoint me if it didn't.
Yeah, right?
Did you pull up into that driveway by the carport and walk over the AstroTurf to the sliding glass door and walk in to the little den area off the kitchen? Alice making your dinner for the night?
That's terrific. Step in one of Tiger's logs in the kitchen, and you're wiping up with Oliver's face.
See Mr. Brady come down in his robe looking all weak and skinny.
So then I go in, and he goes, you want to, you know, tour the place? And we're walking around, and I don't know, all of a sudden on the wall there's like pictures of him when he was a lot younger, obviously.
When he was Greg.
Right.
Groovy Greg.
And there's like a picture of him surfing, and I go, wow, where was that taken? I swear to God, just thinking because it's like...
Of course you know where it was taken.
No, but I'm thinking, you know, it's like any other... Like if I'm walking around your place and you have some photo of you on vacation, and you go, oh, that was taken in Hawaii. And I'm like, of course it was.
Hawaii.
Of course.
The Hawaiian episode.
And I'm like, I was looking at pictures of the, you know, when he wasn't filming the Hawaiian episode of him just hanging, surfing, and doing whatever.
Did he have the evil tiki on?
No.
The bad luck tiki? No?
And it was just really weird. And then in his living room, he had like every episode of the Brady Bunch on VHS tapes, and it was just strange to be there, you know, because it was all like, you know, Brady Bunch stuff.
How much
he has
ass
that
do you
on
think he
display?
got?
Huh?
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Not
That is kind of weird.
No, it's like, you know, you have your films or whatever that you like. When
Yeah, but I mean, it's within arm's reach. He could pick out an episode, pop it in the VCR, and show people.
Oh yeah.
That is weird.
And then
that
it was
is
like
a little weird.
And then it was like a very Brady Christmas and all that stuff. Yeah. So, but anyway, I saw nothing but happiness in that house. Is what I'm getting at, Anthony. There was
Him and his wife.
There was another time I went there, and you know, he told me we're gonna have a steak dinner, and the same thing. You know, it was always about let's have some steaks and drink martinis and
watch the sunrise.
He just, dude, he loves our radio show. I mean, that's all he talks about with, you know, his friends and stuff.
He always had a good time when he came in. That's for sure.
He actually had a friend come by.
Maybe too good of a time is what the problem is.
You can guess who he didn't like on the show.
Ooh.
I got vibes off of me. Hated my
really?
guts. Yeah.
He had
Wow.
He had a friend come over that was about the same age as him. I think Barry's about 50, 51, somewhere around there. And this guy was a doctor and swears that he didn't know what the Brady Bunch was when he met Barry Williams.
Stop it.
I'm like,
it's impossible.
I'm like, there's actually a person out there that has no idea what the, you know, that there was a show on called
Was
the
it
Brady
the
Bunch.
Dickmeyer kid from next door? No?
It's very good.
He's a doctor now?
But the guy swears, and that's why, you know, he's really good friends with Barry, because he just knows Barry as Barry and not as this, you know, celebrity, whatever, that used to be on TV.
He's lying.
He is absolutely lying.
That's what
There's no one that could grow up
He goes. He
in
said,
this country.
He said he never watched the show growing up.
You didn't have to watch the show.
It was just part of pop culture.
You
That's
just
what I was
knew
thinking.
Greg Brady.
Right. It was everywhere you looked, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, there was another time I came over, and the wife didn't realize I was showing up, and instead of having steak dinner, I watched him and his wife, you know, whispering and pointing at stuff in the refrigerator. And it turned out...
That's an odd thing to see.
Well, because I was there for dinner.
Yeah.
And, you know, usually there's like a maid or some help that is like...
Alice, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
She's in the center square.
You know, serving food and drinks and stuff, you know. But when I arrived, obviously there was no help around, and obviously the wife had no idea that I was coming by. So what they were doing at the refrigerator...
Now, Greg, when you have guests over, it's always polite to have something available for them to eat. I'm sorry, Dad. How about this hog? You want to eat that?
So what they were doing at the refrigerator was pointing out like leftovers that I was going to
You're going to eat some very Brady leftovers?
So I had leftovers, some kind of fettuccine with like peas and a cream sauce.
What if they're the people that kind of scrape it from their plate back into the container because they don't expect guests?
I had Barry's leftovers there, Anthony, and then...
you know what I noticed?
And then he had, just really fast, because I looked at my plate of food going, ugh, I hate this. And he had a nice spaghetti with a nice...
Hey, we gave you like crap.
And his was a nice meat sauce, and it was just... smelling very fresh, and mine was kind of crusty because it's been in the fridge a while.
How about ordering some takeout?
Yeah.
Some Chinese food.
But it was just really funny to see him and his wife at the refrigerator discussing, you know...
I didn't expect expect this asshole to come over?
Look, I told him to come yesterday. We watched it. He put a scented log in. He started the fire. All right? We have to have him back.
Why did you invite him over? I didn't invite him. He just shows up.
You know, our listeners are a bunch of asses.
For some reason, Opie goes to California. He doesn't get a hotel room. He just stays with Bob Eatman. He stays with me.
Line 6, Fred in Texas. Java log with Greg Brady. No.
Oh,
and then line 7, Kevin in Philly. No, I'm not going on the phones. I'm just quickly going over them. Line 7, Kevin in Philly. Ope called in for a Java log because I forgot mine.
Java log.
I don't want him here. Every time he comes, the marshmallows disappear. I don't know what he does. I didn't know I was married to Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, we're going to get
talk
into
about that a
second.
little later.
That's a very good segue. Anyway, Anthony, the news out of Hollywood, and I'm very surprised because I saw just a loving couple. I really did.
Yeah.
I really did. I'm really surprised when you emailed this to me. But Barry Williams, a very Brady split.
Oh, they got to put that in there.
Growing up,
Very
Brady apparently
split.
didn't do much for Barry Williams' love life, Anthony. The former sitcom star who played Greg in the blended family series is in the midst of his second marital breakup. After wife Ella Mary Matt Williams filed for divorce on Tuesday. This was, I guess, last Tuesday.
So the wife filed, huh?
Yeah.
What did she do for a living? She had money, too, right?
She was like
A banker or something?
like international banking. I mean, like loaded, like a bigwig in the financial world.
Now, does he have a lot of money? Because I know back in those days, I don't think they did the residuals the way they started probably in the late 70s, early 80s. I mean, did she have money from that?
He obviously did real well with his career and stuff, but not like the sitcom stars of today. They don't get the residuals. So I heard that she just made a boatload of money.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
A big wig? Was she as big as the wig Jan wore in that episode? She went to the party and tried to change her personality by wearing the big wig.
I'm the new Jan Brady.
I'm the new Jan Brady. It's my imaginary boyfriend, George Glass.
The couple married since 1999, formally separated earlier this month.
Uh-oh.
Meaning, right around the new year. Ella Williams requested, this is where
Here's the weird part.
This is where it gets a little ugly, in my opinion. Ella Williams requested sole custody of the pair's 2-year-old son and asked that Barry Williams only be permitted to visit with a nanny present.
What does that mean? Uh-oh.
Maybe they're afraid he'll take the kid. Let's go look.
What, like take and run off?
It happens.
Who the hell's not going to see Greg Brady, though?
No, I'm not.
Where's he going to hide? It's Greg Brady.
I'm just saying that there's a possible reason. I mean, like, who knows? I mean, I don't want to make any, like, Woody Allen-ish, accusations. It could just be because
Right.
she's afraid he'll take off or she's being a ball buster.
Well, I mean, obviously something happened.
Yeah.
Concerning Barry, obviously.
Do you think that the kid knocked his prime rim over?
Pride rim? Oh, my God. I knew what you meant, but Jesus.
I really did.
I thought he said prime
Pride
rim.
rim.
His pride rim.
His pride rim. His nice chrome one he put on his van. It's wonderful. And he knocked it over, went clang.
Got kicked right in the ladder.
Pride rim.
Ugh, Jim from Moonaki, I suck. Pride rim.
Oh, El Bamo, as they're saying on the other channel right now. Jim Norton, El Bamo.
Jim Norton.
All right, anyway, so it's a developing story, but
Yeah, but she might be doing it for a little more leverage.
I honestly did not see that coming. I've been to his house 3 times easily in L.A. I've talked to both of them on the phone a couple times, and even Ben and I actually ran into them at. Not ran into them. We had dinner with Barry and his wife and a bunch of couples from Connecticut or something. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember those asses?
Remember?
Hold on, let me get your mic on.
The funniest thing was...
Well, hold on. The funniest thing is coming.
Wait. Let me stand up. What
I
happened?
Hold on.
Andy, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that.
He said the funniest thing. Now, this isn't just something funny.
Yeah, this
Now, what we're going to hear is the funniest thing.
Tyson, you heard that, right?
It's the funniest.
You've seen some funny things, probably.
But this will take it.
This is now funnier than any of that because it is, as he has put it, the funniest thing.
Richard Pryor live in concert? Nothing compared to this.
No, stop it. Eddie Murphy, delirious?
Nothing.
Garbage.
And you brought your laughing cap, right? Tyson
It's on.
has put the laughing cap on, so
People,
we're now
I
ready
beg
for
you, please strap in.
Pull over, folks, if you're driving, because a real laugh is coming.
This is Ben's A material, if I do say myself.
The funniest thing.
The funniest thing about Barry Williams and his wife and having dinner in New York that time,
Yes.
right?
All right.
All right, Ben, we're all prepared.
Ben, we're all ready. We all have our smiles ready to go.
Ope's talking about the radio show to one of Barry's friends from New Cane, and he's like, why don't you guys broadcast from another country on a boat? Remember that? That was funny. Yeah.
Play a new game. When I'm around, you say something stupid like that, punch you in the face.
Wow.
That was funny stuff.
Yeah, that wouldn't even be funny if Natalie Wood said it as she was falling off.
Well, another Scott Peterson had a funnier boat story. The Modesto Follies.
Another gem from Ben Sparks, everyone.
It's the story of
Of a man named Scotty.
who was drowning two cock blockers of his own.
Oh, well, all right, there you go.
Fetus in one of those squares. The Peterson.
I will say this much, though. Walking around with Barry Williams through New York, through Midtown, that guy's so famous everywhere. He can't walk 2 feet without everybody.
Well, that's why that guy's full of crap saying he didn't know who he was. Stop it. The guy can't walk without being mobbed.
We went to another place to have drinks, and I'm telling you, man, they were so happy. That it's going to be really interesting when the story comes out, because they always do. And women between the ages of like 30 and 50 just all wanted pictures with Barry Williams.
Of course.
Wherever we went.
Maybe I heard rumor has it they were in the house. She was listening through a vent and actually heard him propositioning a girl, and it turned out to be a goat. And she was upset by that because she thought he was cheating with a girl, and it turned out to be a goat. And he later asked to have the goat join in.
That's really
in the bedroom.
Well, wasn't there a time though too that she like really thought that he was planning a surprise party?
Yeah,
and she kept running in with her arms out, and he kept going, "What do you want, you annoying whore? There's no party."
And nothing. And then there was a time she had actually, because she's a bigwig in the banking business, she had some important bank documents, and she asked him to bring them to the office, and he got on his bicycle, and the tube, he found some girl that he knew, and left the tube in her station wagon, and drove off and lost the important documents. And then actually gave him a second chance, and he lost it again while he was looking at magazines of hot rods.
And wasn't there also a time like they bought for their bedroom some sex toys, and he couldn't put them together because he's not mechanically inclined?
I believe that was his brother.
Well, yeah, but she also complained she didn't like him smoking in the house and calling her parents by their first name.
That was true, yeah. And his alter ego, Johnny Bravo, was getting to be a bit much. His singing around the house. Yeah.
All right, well,
I forgot about that.
You guys want to know what the Mad Mexican was saying about us?
Oh, we have a translation.
I think we have Todd the trucker on line 6. He wants to translate the Mad Mexican. Hey, Todd, you out there somewhere?
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah.
Were you listening at 9 o'clock when he started off his show, saying Opie and Anthony and Jim Norton?
Yeah.
All right, what did he say?
He said Jim Norton was going to be in Pittsburgh at the Improv February 3rd through the 5th.
Wow.
He also said that all shows are at 8 o'clock, all shows are $16, and para más information, you can call 412-462-5233 or log on to www.eatapoet.com.
Thank you, Todd. I don't speak Spanish. Thank you very much.
I hate you with all my soul.
I love Todd the trucker.
That is funny.
Hate you.
I love what he said. Para more
information. Para más information.
I didn't know. Oh, para más, yes.
All right, well.
Thank you, Todd.
Anthony, why don't we go to break?